Hello everyone, welcome to the Google Drive training video for Dog and Duck Family Photos. Welcome to Google Drive. This is a place where we store all of our documents and spreadsheets that we need for daily operations. We use Google Drive for a few reasons. Number one, it can be updated from anywhere. We can easily update all of our stores at one time. Also, if anybody's computer was to break or malfunction in any way, we can easily load up all of the documents through the Google Drive just by logging into the account. It can look a little bit overwhelming. Hopefully after today, it won't be so overwhelming. You'll never have to worry about losing data or not having saved if your laptop dies suddenly, because it's going to auto save for you every few seconds. And it would be quite difficult to mess something up on the drive because it tracks all of the edit history, and we can revert to a previous version at any time. So it's really, really difficult to mess something up badly on the drive. Okay, so there's a couple different ways to access the drive. We can go via our email and click right up here and click on the drive. This icon might be in a different place for you. Whichever ones you use most are going to float to the top, so mine's going to be right up there at the top. Or you can go to drive.google.com and it is going to log into whatever account you're logged into over here. So if I'm logged into my personal email, then it's going to bring up my personal drive. And right now I'm logged into my catering email, so it's bringing up my catering drive. But that's important to remember. It happens to me sometimes where I can't find anything, and it's because I'm accidentally logged into my personal drive and not the catering one. So while we're on this page here, let's look at some of the display features. So obviously we have the title of whatever the document or spreadsheet is. The spreadsheets are these little green guys. Documents are blue. Whoever owns it. And then when it was modified and who modified it. It also has the file size, which isn't too relevant to us. And then the location, the folder that it's in. I can also use this to click on this folder and go to, say, AGM training if I wanted to view the whole AGM training. Other information that it's showing on here is that it is shared. I can also click on grid layout and see the little icons. The icons are helpful because it shows you a preview of the item, but sometimes I don't like it because it cuts off the title. So whichever one you like, whichever floats your boat. Okay, so that is just kind of some organizational things. We already talked about navigating the drive via the folders in our past video. And then we also talked about using the search bar. I prefer to use the search bar. I think most of us do, especially once you get used to whatever stuff is called. The search bar is going to operate the same way as Google search, google.com search does, only within R. So even if you were to search, a very specific word, it is going to bring up everything that mentions that word. So if you're not sure what something is called, you can still type something close to it in there and you should be able to get to it. Now let's look at the blank write-up. And I'm going to go right over here too and just click right on here to the employee file so we can see the whole file at once while I'm talking to you. We talked about in our last video how we all use the same incident report, the same write-up, and within each store you're going to use your same workers' comp over and over again. So when you do have to write someone up, you don't want to write it directly into here because you're not going to leave a blank copy for anybody. So what you can do is go in here, hit make a copy. You can also, from this, just right click, make a copy. It's going to create the copy within that same shared folder. It will always be called copy of whatever you made a copy of. And then you can just right click and rename it. And you're going to name it, since this is a write-up, I'm going to name it the name and the date. That way it's easy to find, nice and organized, and then I'm going to pop it right up into the store folder that it belongs to. I am going to change the access. This is just letting me know that I'm moving this from an area that's shared with everyone at all 4 stores to an area that's only shared with Bellhall. That's what I intended to do, so I'm going to go ahead and move. And now we're back to specific write-up out here, and we still have that blank one for the next time that someone needs to write somebody up. If I forgot, I started writing someone up in the blank one, I could still go ahead and make a copy of it. I started writing someone up. Oh no, I forgot to make a copy of it. What will I do? I'll just make a copy now. Name it different day, copy of that. So now I've got my copy I just made. Then I've got the blank one I accidentally wrote in. I can either come down here and just erase it like normal, or remember how I said we could never mess anything up because we can revert? I can click right here on my edits and revert it to a copy. There we go, January 12th, 349. And restore this version, and boom, there we go. And again, same thing with an evaluation, same thing with incident report, and so on. Okay, the next thing that we're going to talk about is just creating a new document. I can create a document, I can create a spreadsheet, Google Slide is like a PowerPoint, a form is what we use for our surveys and our applications. Right now, I'm inside of the employee files folder, inside the human resources folder, inside the Dog and Duck Family Clubs folder. So these are all shared. That's why it's asking me if I want to create this document in a shared folder, because if I create this document in this folder, it's also automatically going to be shared with everyone. Okay? If I do not want to create it in a shared folder, I'm just going to pop back over to my drive and create the document here, and then I can move it around from there. So this is how I'm going to create my document. Go up here, name it whatever I want to name it, type whatever I want to type, and then I can share it. All right, the final thing that we want to do is leave a comment. Comments are very useful in general, but especially in improving and ensuring consistency within the training program. This way everyone can give their feedback. There could be things that we're missing. There could be things that could be added to make it better. There could be corrections. There could be grammatical errors. We want to know about all these things that obviously we've missed, so that we can make it better for the future and ultimately for ourselves. So never feel like you're gonna hurt someone's feelings or offend someone. Please leave all the comments. In order to do that, there's a couple different ways. You can either click somewhere like this little plus sign, add comment. You can do the same thing up here to the comment history and add a comment this way. When you're leaving a comment, you can just leave a general comment. I'll still see it. But if you tag me at catering and say, hey Nikki, spell it on your mouth, this could be better. Let's talk, I'll see it. And our training program has already come so far from feedback and comments and us being able to make changes really quick, because it's right there and we're not having to hear through the grapevine. Thank you for watching this video on Dog and Duck Google Drive training. I hope you have a phenomenal rest of your day.